Hey everybody! Well, the time is there. Only 1.5 years after I reached 1,000 subscribers on this channel, we have raised the number to 10,000 people. 10,000 subscribers. And I talked before about the fact that I see it that every time a zero is added to the number of subscribers, so from 10 to 100 to 1,000 to 10,000 to 100,000, that's every time you kind of level up. You're in another league. And though I don't consider my channel a big YouTube channel, I'm definitely not a small channel anymore. And it's all thanks to you guys, and I appreciate it so much. And I also want to say that it brings me joy to see that there are multiple shows, multiple series that are so popular on my channel. It used to be, of course, it began the success with the DayZ video that I got robbed of my flashlight. Then it was the Battlefront 2 reviews that got discovered by some people on the forum, which gave me a huge boost. Epic Arma is there. Star Wars Conquest is still going very, very strong. And other series, new series like Starship Troopers are also doing a great job. And it's just cool. It is really cool that I actually have some interaction now in certain series with you guys, where in Epic Arma you guys let me know scenarios. You guys were very helpful when I asked for links for maps for the Battlefront reviews. And also the Forest, even though I haven't indeed uploaded an episode in a while because of all this 10,000 subscriber special, you guys let me know fun stuff to do in there. So I want to thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, and it gives me motivation to continue this channel and to get bigger and bigger and bigger every time. Again, I keep saying this every time. People sometimes ask me, like, I want to start a YouTube channel, how do I become big? It took me 8 months to get 50 subscribers, okay? It's not easy, and you have to be lucky. And a lot of people would say that you have to actually post on forums or stuff and I guess spam a little bit to kind of get well known out there. And I didn't do that, and that is why it took so long for me to actually get noticed. But I am so happy that, the unique content on my channel, like the Battlefront 2 reviews and the Epic Arma, is actually getting out there. And that special projects like a rare game like Starship Troopers or the Epic Arma Predator Wars, which is probably the longest project I've worked on for my channel. It took me more than 10 hours to set that up, is now actually being discovered by people who watch it in retrospect, and they share it with everybody, and it goes, viral a little bit. So that is very awesome. Thank you guys so much. And I, of course, also want to thank the people that I do Let's Plays with. It has been, the last couple of months, it's been on a slower pace, I guess, but we've had so many projects before that some of the people, like, for example, Spartacus, his drivers are full with all the videos that we recorded, so we haven't really gotten to any project recently, but I always enjoy his company. I, of course, enjoyed Rush Company as well. Chunder, who I actually recently, you haven't actually seen that, but we've actually recorded some Gary's Mod videos. That will be up very shortly. But I particularly want to thank one guy now in a bit more of a broad sense, and that is Shy. I realized that I owe so much to that guy in the fact that he is the guy that plans all of the Let's Plays that are done in groups. Before I met Shy, I already did things with Rush, with Spartacus, with Trex, and usually I was the guy who said, okay, let's do it here and here and here. But of course, it's pretty difficult with having all of these people living in different countries, different time zones, to actually get a good party to work with. And it was especially difficult when, for example, I was doing Dead Island with Rush, I was doing Arma 2 with Spartacus, and we had to plan it because it was usually in the weekends where we would play. So one weekend I would have only time for one of the two, so we had to choose. And now Shy who is very serious about this whole YouTube thing, keeps a tight schedule. He makes sure that everybody is available during all the days, and it's really good for actually producing content. And I love to see that passion that he has for the Let's Plays, and it's been great for this. I'm really lucky with this group of guys that I found that I can now produce content with. Where, for example, with Spartacus, I have found a buddy who I will do sort of like the shooters, right? The military style shooters. I will do that. Even though he loves Pokemon, so he has his quirks where he will put where you would step outside of that whole military zone. But for example, with Shy, Shy is more of the indie games, RPG type experiences, and Spartacus usually doesn't like that. So I'm so glad the fact that I found somebody that I can do those sort of niche type games with. We just started Divinity Original Sin, a game that I absolutely looked forward to for such a long time, yet none of my friends was really interested in playing that game because it was either too slow for them or it wasn't their type of game. And thanks to Shy, I'm now actually able to fully experience that game. Some of my friends back in Holland think I'm not actually into multiplayer gaming, which is absolutely not true. I love multiplayer games. I just hate playing multiplayer games with people I don't know. A good example is the Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, where you have the multiplayer co-op. I cannot play that with somebody I don't know. It has to be somebody, a buddy of mine. Doesn't have to be necessarily known face to face. It could be somebody who I met online before, but at least have some, conversation in there. Anyway, that was for the thinking. To celebrate, of course, this 10,000, there will be a lot of specials coming this week. Tomorrow, there will be, of course, the 1-hour special. That is always the case with, these type of subscriber specials. I will not spoil what game it is yet, but look forward to it. There will be a big contest, a giveaway later this week as well. And then, at the end of this week, the first episode of the Let's Play that you guys chose will begin, so look forward to that. But lastly, also what I wanted to say is that I have started a Twitter account to celebrate the 10,000 subscribers. So you can follow me on Twitter if you want. I actually have never used Twitter. I wasn't very much interested in it. But for example, I also don't use Facebook a lot because, or I wasn't very much into social media to begin with, because, usually I get annoyed when I look on Facebook and a lot of people I know post pictures of their food, or things like, oh my god, there was a spider this morning when I woke up, or the peanut butter is empty, or whatever the fuck, or I want cheese but there's no cheese in the fridge. I'm like, god damn it, I'm wasting my fucking time here. Or all those bullshit questions like, what Disney princess are you? It's like I just want to shoot myself in the head right now. However, I do understand that a lot of people on this channel, they just kind of want to know my opinion about a certain game or a certain trade or some game-related news. And I thought that Twitter would actually be a good solution for that, because I can quickly go on Twitter and, tweet something if there's, for example, some news about some Star Wars games, or maybe a new cool game that I'm looking forward to, or whatever, and I can quickly share that with you guys, or even share information about a new Let's Play that's coming up, or a certain cool thing that happens in an episode of a series to bring attention to that. And also, it is an easier way for me, since I live in Japan, of course, to share some stuff that is here in Japan for the people who are interested in that, since it is kind of difficult to, of course, make a video about a sort of a small, unique thing about, being in Japan here. So for the people who are interested in that as well, that might be a solution. You can find me on @Konoa, the exact same thing as my YouTube. So it's small k, it is the 0, not an O, it's the 0 as the first O, and then NOA. Reason why is my name is just Konoa, but it has already been taken without the 0, so that's why it left me no choice. It's completely new to me. I just made it today, the account. I made one test tweet already. I'm very curious on how that's gonna be. But I think it's gonna be cool. I think, though I'm not that much into Facebook because I hate people sharing, useless information. I think Twitter is perfect to share these kind of like small tits and tats of game related news. It's mostly going to be game related news as well. By the way, it's not like I said. I'm going to do some Japan stuff, but probably only 20%. It's probably 80% gaming related. And it might also actually be a better way for you to, for example, directly contact me with comments or questions, because as of late I've been getting a lot of fucking stupid comments on my videos where like first or hey cool, where it's like, okay, I appreciate it, but if it's like cool and cool game and hey cool on the same video by the same fucking person, it's kind of dumb and very spammy. Anyway, again, I'm going to end this video now. Thank you guys so much for all the subscriptions, for all the likes. Also, for example, that student project that you helped me with, thank you very much. In the future, there will be more of that as well, since I am studying to become a film director, and there will be, for example, projects where we will have to do some documentaries on YouTube stuff or whatever. So, hopefully, you guys will help me with that as well. Just thank you. Let's go for 15,000 people, 15,000 strong. Let's do it. Anyway, guys, look forward to all the special content that is coming this week. I will see you guys next time.